to switch the game. Rock has a lot of space to use, but decides to pass it into the midfield onto Slumping. Slumping now looking for a pass into the box, does go with it, but misses, and Vayne gets it. Vayne. Over to TMVT. Over to Stunt. Stunt is running down the right wing. Small pass over to right. And right now has a little bit of space, but passes it early over to Philip. Philip short pass to 51. Back into Caprista. To Vayne. Vayne now is looking for a pass for the attack. Does go with it. Quantavius gets it. Short passes it back to Vayne. Vayne is looking for a pass into the box. Yes, indeed. Konzi gets it. Beautiful Moss. Beautiful goal. Fly kicks off the game over to Slumping. Slumping instantly passes it over to Mertz on the left wing. Back to Annex. Onto the left wing now still. Back to Mertz. Mertz looking for another pass potentially. Into the box now, maybe. Rock does go with it. Moss by Slumping. Beautiful goal. Quantavius kicks it off over to Entry. Entry now. Short pass over to Caprista. Caprista is now into the left mid spot. Does a small driven through ball over to Konzis. Konzis flicks, misses his flick, but Entry is there to cover him. Flicks into the box. Small pass to Quantavius. Blocked by Mertz. Quantavius blocks back and is in the box again for the attack for Eclipse. LD'd by Annex now. Lost his chance. Annex over to Mertz. Mertz is moving up. Doesn't switch the tempo to be too fast in the game since he does have a lot of space. Phillips is coming up to pressure. Does decide to pass back to Sims. Sims over to Rock. Has some space to use. Has a lot of space to use actually. 51 is coming up to pressure. Rock is forced to pass it back to Sims. Sims over to Annex now. Looking for another pass into the box. Does go with it. Ludwig is there to moss it. Beautiful block by Caprista though. And it's cleared to the left wing. Annex will get the clearance. Will move down. Looking for Mertz and does go with him. Mertz is looking for another pass into the box. Quantavius mosses it and clears it away. Rock is on the right back spot now. He's gonna take it and instantly pass it over to Ellerim. Ellerim. Small pass over to Slumping. Slumping's looking for another pass into the box. Mossed by Vainly. Small pass to into right. And Try doesn't have much space, so he does pass it back. 51 now. Small pass over to Caprista, playing around the defense now. Eclipse seems to be time wasting a little, switching up the tempo of the game to be slow. Over to Vainly, back to Caprista. Time wasting. Caprista is taking his sweet time. Looking for another pass into the box potentially. Just to run through the defense and wow! That's a beautiful goal by Constance once again. Fly for the kickoff once again. Over to Slumping. Slumping again switches it over to the left wing. Pass doesn't quite get there, but Mertz will get there. Mertz running down the left wing, looking for a potential cross here. Does cross it indeed. Moss by Quantavius. Fly gets it though, tries to shoot. Caprista blocked. Taking his time once again now into the back. He has some space to spare. Does give it to Quantavius. Quantavius now. Back to Caprista. Caprista in. Running up. Slowly but surely. Small pass over to Philip. Philip has a bit of space to use. He'll pass it back over to Entry. Entry has some space. Fly goes to pressure. Entry does take his chances and through balls it over to Philip. Philip now, looking for another cross, decides to small bullet Entry again. Tries to instantly pass it into the box, but it's no use. Stunt is there to get a clearance, and it's looking like another Moss for Eclipse. He does have Caprista at edge. Decides to pass it to 51. 51, back to the goalkeeper. They're looking to take the last attack here. They do indeed get the last attack. Over to Caprista now. Everyone in the box. Bullets it over to Vayne. Vayne, small pass. 51 shoots. That's a horrible miss. Philip over to 51 now on the left wing. Doesn't have a lot of space to use since Vexed is pressuring him. Decides to pass it back to Caprice, that would be safe. Blocked by Ellerim. Short pass over to Slampik. Slampik slightly dribbles and does get the space he needs. Running down the right wing now. Small pass over to Fly. Fly now. Looking for a potential cross. Tries to cross it in, but it's too low and it's blocked by Philip. Philip over onto the midfield. Onto Konichiwa. Konichiwa to 51. To Contavious now. Contavious dribbles through Ellerim. Ellerim's trying to catch up with him, but it's no use. Looking for a pass for him now. Decides to pass it back to Stunt. Stunt now. Trying to create some space for him. Over to Vainly. Vainly does take his time. Looking for an option. He'll probably pass it back to the defense. Pass it back to Contavious. Contavious now. Falling back. Decides to pass it back to the goalkeeper. TMVD now. Small pass over to Philip. Philip does have a little bit of space, but is pressured by Mertz and loses his space. Does decide to go along with it. Dribbles through Ellerim. Crosses it in. Mossbein try, and it's another goal. Unlucky by the goalkeeper. Ellerim over to Fly. Fly, small pass over to Slimpik. Slimpik doesn't have many options to use, so he will try to dribble through. Tries to shoot it, but it's an easy save for TMVD. TMVD, small driven over to Philip. Philip now. Right clicks into 51. 51 driven over to the midfield to Stunt. Stunt now. Keeps the ball. Isn't looking for a pass upwards and passes it back to the goalkeeper. TMVD tries to bullet Caprista but doesn't get there. Entra is there though. Entra flicking. Flick spam. Okay. Free kick taken by Loner over to Annex. Annex has a lot of space to use on the left wing. Two are coming up to pressure him. Almost misses his touch. Mertz doesn't though and tries to get it into the box, but it's above everyone. Vexed is there to get it. Vex now tries to dribble, and that was, I don't know what that was. Anyways, 51 gets it. A small right click over to Caprista. Caprista takes his sweet time again, tries to dribble through them. Egoistical as fuck. Slampik locks him down, and that's a goal for Red Devils. And try takes the kickoff over to Philip. Philip now dribbling above his own teammate. Over to Contavious now. Contavious over to Stunt. Stunt. Switch it over to Team PD. Team PD. Looking for an easy pass. Still keeping the ball. Dribbles it over to Philip. Philip is wide open. Through balls over to Konichiwa. And Konichiwa will indeed get that. Konichiwa now. On the left wing. Small pass over to 51. 51 doesn't get pressured. Dribbles Vexed. Wow. Tries to pass it over to Caprista. Barely gets there. Caprista misses his flick. Still gets it. Back to Contavious. Contavious now. Running up. Through balls vainly. Over the Stunt now. Stunt still holding the ball. And try misses his Moss. Recovered by Sims. Over to Fly. Fly now has a lot of space to use. Ellerim down the midfield. Looking to make a small pass potentially over to Vexed. Vexed indeed does get it to Vexed. Vexed misses his touch but still gets it. Throws it in. Blocked by 51. 51 now. Small pass over to Entry. Entry. Flicks twice. Let's see if he will flick spam again or not. Okay, he's safe. Back to 51. 51 now. Over to Team VD. Team VD seems to be taking sweet time. Eclipse is time wasting. Over to Stunt. Stunt now. We'll pass it back to Team VD. They are indeed time with Caprista to 51, and the game seems to go up once again. Okay. 51 being pressured by Rock. does have someone at the back, does have a Vayne at the back, but decides to pass it even further back to the goalkeeper. TMVD over to Philip. Philip flicks once, twice. Rubles over to 51, and 51 is gone. Doesn't have stamina to use, and is being pressured by Rock at the same time. He tries to dribble, misses, gets it back, gets LD'd once again by Rock. Rock over to Vex. Vex, what the fuck was that? Konnichiwa gets it. Konnichiwa. Over to Philip. Philip looking for a bullet, tries to bullet, Sims gets it though. Sims, small pass over to Ellerim. Ellerim to Fly. Locked down by Quantivius. Quantivius now dribbles over Ellerim and Vexed. Looking to waste time once again, and he indeed is wasting time. Passing it back to TMVD. TMVD back to 51. 51 back to Vayne Lee. This again tries to pass it over to Entry. Entry jumps over it. Sims gets it. Frugal slumping. Slumping is fucking gone. Only Flies in the box. Vexed is at edge. Mertz is behind back post. Tries to go into the box. Pass it back to Ellerim. Ellerim looking for a pass in the box. To Slumping. Great save by TMVD. First pass to Vainly. Vainly over to Philip. It seems to be another attack for Eclipse. Tries to pass it to Konnichiwa, but Annex gets it. Annex over to Mertz. Mertz now has a lot of space to use. Does go with it. Over to Fly. Doesn't use his space for some reason, so Fly will obviously pass it back. Mertz now running down the left wing, looking for another cross. Everyone is in the fucking box. And it's most by 51 and cleared over to Rock. Rock, small pass over to Vex, looking for another pass into the box. And inshallah, I said Fly blocked by Caprista. Caprista driven over. He missed touch by stunned, but he will still get there. Stun now. Dribbles it over to Quantavius. Quantavius. Through ball to 51. Why is 51 always open for a through ball? This marking might be horrid. But anyways, 51 running down the left wing once again. Looking for a short pass potentially or a cross into the box. Does go for a cross in the box. Moss by Vayne. And he scores! Wow. Vainly scores from a Moss. 4 seconds left. We all know the score. How it will end. Last attack for Red Devils. Salarim is dribbles through Entry. Dribbles it over Slumpig. Slumpig will try to shoot it potentially. Does shoot it. Blocked by Vainly. Full time. GG's.